Hey everyone, welcome to Pregnancy Week 4. I cannot believe I just said that. The fact that it took 6 months with Patrick, I really honestly thought that it would take just as long, which is kind of why I wasn't getting my hopes up about things and I was just kind of going with the flow. But it's totally true. Like we really didn't, try like TTC. There was no charting, there was no temping, there was no OPKs, there was none of it. So yeah, it didn't take very long, and it was funny because with William we found out we were pregnant 3.5 weeks after we were married, and then with Patrick, of course, we tried, and it took 6 months, and then actually the month that we conceived Patrick, we didn't try, so I didn't even use OPKs during that time at all. So anyway, I'll kind of tell you the story. I woke up Thursday. And normally I was due for my period on the 23rd, and I usually spot like 4 or 5 days before. And I still hadn't started really spotting. I was kind of crampy, so I'm like, oh, she's probably getting ready to start. But I decided, I've been really tired, and William has really been acting out lately. Like the past week, he's just hasn't been himself. So I go, maybe he knows something that I don't know. So I'm like, well, it doesn't hurt to try. So I peed on a stick, and it's a digital. It was one of the first response digitals. And I decided to just take a shower because why do I need to stand around, watch the little hourglass, and find out it's no. And so I decided, I'm like, well, I'll just take it and I'll jump in the shower. That way, I can be productive while my results are reading. So I got out of the shower and I look over and that's what I see. And I just start crying. I go, really? And I kept going, really, really? And oh, I just couldn't believe it. It was so exciting. I was so kind of like, I didn't think it was going to happen this month. And I don't know, I was just freaking out. So of course, my husband wasn't home, so I had to call him at work, which was one thing I really didn't want to do. I really, really wanted to do something fun and special, especially since this is our last baby. But I was just too excited. I just had to tell him. And so I called him at work, and I just said, hey, and he goes, well, how are the boys? I go, well, they're good. We better get ready for, to take care of a third. And he goes, what? And I said, well, yeah, we're expecting an April 1st baby and April Fool's baby. And so he was really happy. And then, of course, I had to call my mom and tell her. And then I told my sister. And then his mom and dad found out too. And then a close friend of mine from back home knows. And so besides that, we're gonna definitely keep it on the DL until at least we have an ultrasound with the baby with a heartbeat. And then we'll probably announce it to more people. So anyway, I called, I'm being seen on our Air Force base that we're on, and I'm going to just be treated there until I'm 12 to 13 weeks, and then I'll be transferred back over to my OB that took care of me and Patrick. So I called them and just let them know that I got a positive pregnancy test and that I was prone to low progesterone in pregnancy, and wanting to be placed, I'd have to be placed probably another supplement. So anyway, well, they wouldn't do anything over the phone. They wanted to see me in the office the next day for confirmation, which was fine. I didn't think it was going to be, I just thought it was going to be like a urine test confirmation. But when I got in there, first of all, they're like, well, what are your symptoms? And I kind of told them, I'm just really tired. I'm kind of crampy, but nothing like even on a pain scale, just something was kind of dull and kind of pressure-like. And that I was spotting a little bit of light brown. Like it wasn't like the spotting I usually do before my menstrual cycle. I'm sorry if that's a little TMI. But it was just a little bit, like every time I wiped, it wasn't on my panty line or anything. So right away, they're like, well, we need to send you to the emergency room. And I'm like, I don't think I need to go to the emergency room. This is not an emergency situation. I'm fine. I honestly think this is all part of implantation. So they're like, well, we'll go ahead and get you, we'll run a blood ACG on you. And I go, okay. And when I was walking out and the lady stopped me, she's like, well, it probably is just your period starting. That's why you're crampy. And that's probably why you're spotting. Because those tests, they're prone to false positives. And I'm kind of like, okay, whatever, lady. Like, I spotted and cramped with my 2 previous pregnancies. However, like, this spotting was not as bad as my 2 previous pregnancies. So I kind of just let that roll off my back. So then I went down and got my blood taken. And then I got it back that day. So it was on Friday, the 22nd. And so I was either 12 DPO or 11 DPO. I don't think I could have been more than 12 or no less than 11, because my cycle usually runs on 31 days, and then my luteal phase is usually 13 to 14 days. And so it was right around there. So I got it back, and the doctor called me. He said, well, your ACG came back at a 26, so you're definitely pregnant. I know that number seems low, but honestly, like, I went on, is it betabase.info, I think that's what it is, and I'm right in the normal range. Plus, with Patrick at 12 DPO with Patrick's pregnancy, I was at a 25. So I really, that number seemed a little low, but I wasn't, it wasn't about where I started. It's how I'm going to be as my ACG doubles. So he told me, he's like, well, and then we'll go ahead and start you on your progesterone, since you've had previous problems with it, I see in your charts, and which I'm on now. It's a progesterone gel that I have to insert vaginally before I go to bed, which I kind of like a lot better than suppositories, because those were just a complete mess. So anyway, and then he told me, he's like, well, the cramping kind of has us worried that it might be ectopic. And I go, okay. Well, I'm not, it didn't really worry me, because like I said, my cramping wasn't bad. So he's like, well, we're going to have you in for a repeat ACG on Monday, and then we'll try and get you in for an ultrasound in a week or so. And I go, okay, like, really, at a week, being 5 weeks pregnant, I really don't know if they'll see anything, but okay. So I went in this morning and had my ACG ran, and then I just got my results back, and it's at 144. My ACG more than doubled. In fact, my doubling time was 29 hours. So I'm extremely happy, because it sounds like we're growing a pretty healthy bean in there. So yeah, I'm really excited, and it looks like I'll probably have another repeat on Wednesday. I'm still waiting back to hear from the doctor. So, and then also I've been taking my child's gummy vitamins, Williams gummy vitamins. I've been taking like 4 of those. I have folic acid, so I've been taking that too, but I just realized that my vitamins were expired, and so I kind of stopped using them. So I'm waiting to hear back about getting my script for that, and then as well as what our next step is. My symptoms for 4 weeks pregnant. In fact, I'm actually 4 weeks in 1 day. My weeks will change over on Sundays, but I'll probably more likely do my videos on Mondays, just because Sundays is a family day with, family and church and stuff like that. So anyway, my symptoms are extreme fatigue. In fact, I don't remember being this exhausted with Patrick or William's pregnancies. Like, I take naps on top of naps. I try and go to bed early. I've been going to bed about 9:30, waking up about 7:30, and then having to take a 2-hour nap in the afternoon. I should be napping right now because we're in the middle of Patrick's nap, but I thought, I really need to get this vlog done for you guys. So fatigue. I've had some breast tenderness, kind of like on the tops, like right around here, and some cramps. Just like I said, just kind of pressure like dull, nothing to stop me. I don't even, like, if I'm busy, I don't even know they're there. But if I'm laying down, of course, they kind of nag a little bit, but it's nothing. My spotting slowed down on Friday and stopped completely on Saturday. So I haven't had any spotting since then, which I honestly believe it was like leftover implantation spotting. And then I've had a little waves of nausea, nothing I would call morning sickness or anything like that. Just kind of like a better, keep stuff in my stomach. I probably won't start seeing morning sickness until I'm about 6 weeks, which is usually what I've had previously. And this sounds weird, but I'm kind of welcoming with open arms, because I think, being a little nauseated is a good sign that we're growing a healthy baby. So I'm just waiting to see when that will knock on our door. And that's pretty much all my symptoms. I have no cravings or aversions or anything like that. I've been kind of hungry. I've been more hungry than normal, so I've been trying to eat a little bit. I've also been experiencing eye twitching. And I actually messaged Lucy, because I remember in her videos she said her eye would twitch. And So I just wanted to get her feedback on that. And she kind of said that it's fatigue related. It could be a sign of being calcium deficient. So I've been kind of trying to drink 3 or 4 glasses of milk a day, and then trying to take banana in, and like the fatigue is just going to be there, and it's going to be there, you know, for the remainder of this pregnancy. Yeah, it really hasn't twitched at all today. So I'm honestly thinking maybe I had a little calcium deficiency going on. That's why I'm not wearing makeup. And in fact, my hair was stick straight this morning when I left for my blood draw. Like, it was stick straight, and like now it's this like, it's like wavy at the bottom, and oh, it's awful. So and I'm not even gonna wear makeup when it's this hot, because I honestly was sweating when I got out of the shower. What else? I honestly don't know. It's pretty much it. Yeah, I'm really excited, you guys. Like, this is so fabulous. William doesn't know. He probably won't know for a while until we have an ultrasound. And that's probably when I'll tell him. We already got Big Brother shirts for the boys and stuff, so I'm really excited. I'm really optimistic, and I understand that sometimes miscarriages happen, and I know that it's pretty frequent, like 1 in 3 pregnancies. But I'm really optimistic, and I understand things happen for a reason, and if something happens, then, you know, I'll deal with it then. But right now I'm going to enjoy my pregnancy. This is my last pregnancy, and I'm going to enjoy it. I'm 4 weeks, 1 day today, and I'm really excited, and I can't wait to learn more about this baby. Doesn't matter to me if it's a boy or a girl. I want a healthy baby. I have 2 boys. I will welcome a 3rd boy. Excuse me. I will welcome a 3rd boy. You know, my first daughter would be a blessing, but healthy baby, that's all that matters. And so, yeah, I'm really excited to share this journey with you guys. And if you have any questions for me or anything, I'll be happy to answer them. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.